ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Retro Card Spider-Man Vintage Collection Wave Symbiote Spider-Man. Try and get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Search your feelings, you know it be true.
Dorkside Toys is a store for you. Link below. And while you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And wow, thank you so much, Dorkside Toys, for making this review happen. Seeing so many people online snag these figures has just been a lot of fun, and I'm very happy to have mine right over here. Nice image of the black suited Spider-Man, or symbiote suit Spider-Man. It says it in several languages right over there. On the back, you get that same image. You can see how you can swap the parts. There's the read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave. I'm just going to need Hobgoblin now. Nothing on the side, top or bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the black suited Spider-Man figure out of the packaging. Technically not a symbiote Spider-Man. We'll discuss that more in just a minute as we take a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So we get the 3 sets of hands, which I'm so happy to see Hasbro giving us the wall crawling hands, the thwipping, and the fisted hands. But my problem with these is that the packaging says that this is the symbiote Spider-Man, but you can clearly see that these don't have the dot on the back, which means it's the cloth suit. We've gotten a cloth suited black suit Spider-Man before, right over here, and then we've also gotten the symbiote version right over there with dot, and you can see with Venom right over here, also with dot. So we don't have webs coming out of the top, we have webs coming from web shooters on the wrists. And I gotta mention how these are perfect rectangles when they should not. As you can see on this hand right over here, they look really good. So yeah, I wish they didn't go with this shape. So cloth suit or symbiote, I love this head sculpt over here because it harkens back to the first appearance of the black suited Spider-Man, or the symbiote Spider-Man. And we have seen this head sculpt before. We've seen a few other black suit Spider-Man figures from Hasbro, but most of the time they've gone with a more McFarlane big eye kind of design. So that's one thing that just really stands out with this new one right over here, is I just like that he has the smaller eyes. Just makes the figure very photogenic. Like, he will look at you. Like, you'll know what I mean when you actually get the figure in hand. Now again, like the Shocker, I had some dents on the top of the head, but if you heat that up with a hairdryer, the head will smooth out for the most part. But yeah, we get the same body as the Vintage Collection Spider-Man. Again, this little cut in the back of the head over here with the dumbbell joint, I like that they did that. And really, the big thing to look at over here, of course, is the white paint apps on the figure, because that's really the second newest thing about it. And I do feel like it went a little high, you know, going all the way up to the collarbone over here, so that stands out just a little bit for me. I like how the white paint goes all the way to the back, and it feels like they have several coats, or at least more than one, because yeah, you can almost feel the paint on there. Did get a little bit of a brown spot right over there, which is actually suiting for, you know, the one and only ShartimusPrime. Unlike the other version where you could see the spider logo going into the butterfly joint, we don't have that issue with this one right here, so that makes me very happy. On the back, looks very smooth. Oh, you do have that issue right here on the back of the figure, but you can see that, you know, it doesn't really bother me. That looks pretty cool. And I like how you can get the lines to still match up a little bit. You do see some paint rub over here, so you will get that happening, unfortunately. Then there's looking at the back of the figure, and then no new paint or anything for the legs, and we still get the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. I'm not going to do a full-on articulation segment. This is a reused body mold from the Vintage Collection Retro Spidey, but yeah, we do get a new head sculpt, so might as well show the head looking up that far. Again, I love that they have that groove cut in the back of the figure. You do get some gappage that can be annoying, but still, I'm happy that they allow the head to look up that far. And of course, all the movement is the same as I just discussed a minute ago. Great articulation on this figure. We still have the drop down hips, which I love. Now to measure out the height of this black suited Spidey, you can see that he is standing right at 6.5 inches tall. And then for a Hasbro Marvel Legends black suit Spider-Man figure comparison, you can see we have the Red Hulk Wave Symbiote Spider-Man, and then we have the Sandman Build-A-Figure Wave Symbiote Spider-Man, and then we also also have the Kraven 2-pack black suit Spider-Man, and then the Kingpin Build-A-Figure Wave Symbiote Spider-Man right over there. Which one of these is your favorite? Now, one thing I wanted to say earlier, it would have been nice to get the blue treatment that we see on this one, on this figure right over here. Just a little bit of blue. I think they actually did this pretty well, and it's not the only time Hasbro's done this, which we'll discuss more in just a second. But I don't know, what do you think? A little bit of blue or no blue? I like having a little bit of blue. Oh, the other thing is you can swap, so let's go ahead and do that, at least with one of these Pizza Spidey body molds, and you could, of course, you know, go ahead and put that head on there if you want. Oh yeah, that fits on there perfectly. So if you prefer the bigger eyes, if you want your more 90s looking Spider-Man, that looks pretty sick. Yeah, man. And then if you wanted the smaller eyed version on this one, I don't know why I popped this hand off, but yeah, you can see it makes it look like a little bit of a younger Spider-Man, no? With the smaller body and the bigger head. Then here's our new black suited Spider-Man figure next to the Hasbro 12-inch Marvel Legends black suited Spider-Man, or Symbiote Spider-Man, designed by Bobby Valla. And I think the blue on this looks amazing. I also love the coal molding. I remember asking Bobby about this back when he used to work for Hasbro and everything. I was just blown away by this figure. Still am. I mean, that metallic blue paint looks stunning. Wouldn't that have been great to see on this figure as well? I mean, it still looks really good in just black, but this added metallic blue, I don't know. What do you think? I think they could have used some blue paint on it. And then here's our new black suited Spidey next to a couple Marvel Legends Venom figures. You can see we have the Hyperion body mold one, and then we have the latest released animated series one. And yeah, I like the height difference between these two the most. We can just get this out of here. But yeah, when we get that 2-pack version with the regular just black suit over here instead of the highlights, that's going to be awesome to see. And then here's the new Spider-Man figure next to the Rhino Build-A-Figure Waves Kraven. And by the way, I would love to see a custom Jimmy Kimmel head sculpt for this figure. Did you guys see that whole thing on the Jimmy Kimmel show? I left a comment on there, got hella likes, and now I really want a Jimmy Kimmel head sculpt for my Kraven. Then speaking of Kraven's last hunt, I did want to see how the Kraven head would look on this new black suit Spider-Man body, and it looks okay. I wish the head would sit a little bit lower. We do have the smaller Spider-Man over here. You know, Kraven looked a little bit bulkier than Spidey when he was wearing the suit, so I don't know. I had some fun taking pictures of these two. It's just not that much bigger than the Pizza Spider-Man body mold. They stand closer to the same height, but that does seem a little bit shorter now. Then here's our new Symbiote Spider-Man next to Peter Parker, and I wanted to see how this Peter Parker head looked on this figure. I mean, I've seen it on this body mold before, but you know, just seeing it with the black suit right here, yeah, looks cool. I like it. And here's our black suited Spidey next to the Retro Card Vintage Collection Spider-Man. And I wasn't expecting their head sizes to look so different. I mean, yeah, this is definitely a much larger head than this one, but they both look like they fit the bodies, but they're the same bodies, different sized heads, both look good. Hey, not complaining, just something I noticed. Here's a new black suited Spidey figure. Next to the other figures from this wave that I already reviewed, we have the Spider Armor Mark 1 and the Shocker. And I cannot find my micro pen. Hopefully, one of the other figures from this wave, when I review them and do a comparison, you'll see one painted by yours truly. Hopefully. Then here's the black suited Spider-Man. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Wow, you used to be a really mean brother. Now you're a really nice brother. I have this other brother who's really mean. He kind of looks like me and everything. He used to be badass, and now he's kind of really nice guy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And a big thanks to all these people that support this content over on Patreon and membership. If you're in a position to do so and you have an interest in supporting and checking out the perks, links are in the description below. And I gotta say, this wave of figures coming out this week has been a lot of fun. I did pick up the Shocker out in the wild. Big thanks again to Dorkside for making this review possible. But yeah, it's been fun seeing people out on the hunt. I want to give a shout out to Mo and the Ruckus for keeping an eye out for me, because yeah, there's just been a lot of hunting going on, and if we're helping each other out, that's a really cool thing. So look out for your fellow collectors. And this figure right here is very impressive. I am so happy to have it. Like, I have my little complaints. I wish we could have blue on there. I feel like the head of the spider is a little bit too high, but man, regardless, I had a great time with this thing. Oh yeah, and the hands thing, gotta mention that. that. But regardless, this is a very fun figure to pose around, to the point where I had recorded a whole bunch of rotating base poses over and over again because I just couldn't stop having fun with this. So yeah, this figure is quite impressive, and at the price point of around 25 bucks, I'm gonna give this black suited Spider-Man figure a stud rating of
I love it! Two, please!
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. Do you think it should have blue on it? I don't know, I'd like to see a version that has a little bit of blue, just a little bit. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images and the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.